Hey guys, welcome back to the channel this week. If you are new here, I'm Chuck and we are AlliChuck Adventures. So this week I actually purchased a new tire pressure monitoring system and I'm going to install that really quickly and show you what I got. And if you all have been following the channel, you will know we had a nice little blowout on our way back from Nashville. So I thought it was time to upgrade, get a little bit better quality and one that's a little bit more updated. That's the plan for this week. So it has actually been about 3 weeks since we've been able to even camp because we've had some issues with Allie's mom and her health and everything, and we've been trying to take care of that. So I thought this would be a good few weeks to try to catch up on a few of the things that I wanted to get done. As far as this cover was the first thing, getting a new TPMS, because I really want something that's more updated and more that monitors the tires quicker, because of I don't want another blowout like we had last time. Hopefully this will prevent that. And then next week I'm going to actually install a dash cam camera, so look for that video next week. After that, we're heading to the Florida Keys, back to camping. Okay, so this just came today. Now I actually ordered this because if y'all have been watching our channel and you've seen our blowout on our way back from Nashville, I've been using our old TireMinder TPMS. And it was fine when we had the Gulfstream Visa. It was a short trailer. It didn't have to broadcast very far to the truck, but it didn't have a repeater. All these TireMinders now have the what they call the Rhino signal booster. So this should get the signal from the TPMSs back to our cab of our truck quickly and accurately, as our blowout on our way home didn't register, although the battery was dead on that tire, so it wouldn't have registered anyway, but I don't think it would have had a battery in it. So I wanted to make sure we got a good TPMS before we head to the Florida Keys at the end of the month, because especially driving at night, I want to be able to make sure that we know what's going on with our tires. So I'm going to unbox this and install it and let you guys know how it is and what we think of it, and if we would recommend it for your RV. I like the fact that it's going to use our phone. I'm not going to have another thing mounted in our dash, and I can just have my phone up there, which will be navigating us like it always does, and if it senses an issue, it will alert the phone and we can deal with whatever is going on at that particular moment, and hopefully prevent another bad blowout like we've had on the way home from Nashville. So this kit comes with 4 sensors, and I already have 4 sensors on there from our previous TireMinder. I'm hoping that since they're both TireMinder, that the old sensors will work with this unit, because this unit can handle up to, geez, I don't even know how many tires, but a lot of tires. So if it does, I'm going to use these 4 tires on our truck. Even though our truck has TPMS built in, the truck doesn't show temperature of the tires. I like looking at the temperature. That's one of the things I watch most living here in Florida, and we're driving. So if it does work, I'm going to have these 4 put on the truck, these new 4 put on the RV, and we'll be able to have everything covered and under one app and monitoring. So I'm not really going to bore you with the unboxing of this so much. I mean, when you first open it up, you're going to get a warranty card, you got your operator's manual, and this will be the Bluetooth signal repeater that repeats from the tires to this to the phone. And of course we've got the actual valve stem, nice little pouch, and the Rhino signal repeater, which this is what I'm excited about. Hopefully we get a great signal in the cab of the truck. Yep, this is the charger. This is pretty cool, actually. So you can use it via cigarette lighter, or you can use it as a plug-in, which we have the plug-in inside our truck. And it has 2 pass-through USB inputs. So That's pretty nice. So if we plug this into the electrical plug-in of our truck, we'll gain 2 more USB charging ports. Sounds like there's something inside the bag here, which there is. There's batteries. They give you 8 batteries, so you get a couple replacement batteries, cable for the charging, and the wrench and the lock nuts to secure these on your valve stems so people won't steal them. So I'm just going to install these and set these up real quick, and we're going to test them out. Okay, so I got all of them installed on the RV. They're all working, and even better yet, they are installed on the truck. And yes, they do work. So now I can monitor the temperatures and everything from the one app on my phone. And it's time to give the truck a bath and get her cleaned up. Okay, so I actually just installed the Rhino repeater here at the front of the trailer near the jack, basically right below where the battery box sits. I was able to run the wires up through these drain holes. I zip tied up all the extra that I had. These have alligator clips here, clip to the negative, clip to the positive. You can see the lights on and that it's getting signal, or it's getting power. And everything's working there the way it should. That was easy enough. So hopefully this will give me a little bit more peace of mind that the tire sensors will be able to repeat from the Rhino sensor and push a good strong signal into the cab. That way it's updating often, like it's supposed to, every 6 seconds. That way if there's a leak or anything of that nature that we are unaware about, it will alert us and we can pull over and basically take care of it, hopefully before we have an actual blowout. So right now I've been keeping this little Bluetooth repeater signal hidden right under here, and it seems to be working fine for the truck. I will let you know when we start driving to the Keys if it works okay there, or if I'm going to have it more out in the open where this antenna can pick up the signals from the back of the trailer. But I'll say one thing so far, I've been actually just leaving this thing on. It's chargeable. It has its own battery inside, and charged it to 100%. When I went out today to work, this has been the 3rd day of driving around with this installed and the monitors installed on the truck. It's still 100%. So I don't think I'm going to have to even have it plugged in the truck. Just make sure I charge it up before we go on a trip and good to go. But I like the fact that it just fits right under here perfectly out of the way. Basically, when you go into your app, right now it's just showing my 4 tires on my truck because I'm in disconnect mode on my trailer. But if I was to connect to my trailer, I would just go up to the 3 dots, go to disconnect mode, click that, click home, and now it's monitoring the trailer too. Now of course it's going to say low pressure probably on some of these because I'm sitting so far away from the trailer that it's not picking up that one back there, but I'm going to go ahead and disconnect that for now. Go into disconnect mode, disconnect. But when you're setting this up, you just hit learn, and then when you go to learn a particular tire, you would click on that tire, at which point you would go ahead and install the sensor on that tire, and at that point it will learn the position of that tire and the sensor. Once all your tires are set up, you go to baseline, then you punch in the PSI for each of the tires. So on my truck, it's recommended 60 for the front, 65 in the rear, and I carry 80 in my trailer. So it's a really neat little app. And basically when you're in the home screen, you can have it auto scroll, and it will sit there and monitor and auto scroll between tires, showing the pressure and the temperatures. That's what I like. And as I was saying earlier, okay, so 3 days it's went down 10%, and that's not turning it off. So I guess I'll turn it off for now. There's no point of draining the battery overnight, but it seems like the battery's going to hold up a long time. One other thing I failed to mention is they apparently will give you new batteries, replacement batteries, once you register your product. And that's not a bad deal, because I bought batteries for these older ones after we got back from Nashville, and they're not cheap little batteries. I spent like $32 on 4 batteries at a Walgreens. So if they're going to give you replacement batteries, wow, that's another bonus to buying this system. And we're going to update you after we drove to the Keys. So when you see our Keys video, I'll do an update on how it went. I know one thing, we're ready to get back out camping. It's been a long 3 weeks, and it's time to hopefully rest and relax, and hopefully it won't be so super hot in the Keys, because it's been cooling down here just a hair, but probably in the Keys it's still probably going to be pretty hot for September, end of September, early October. So I will leave a link down in the description below if you're interested in picking up this particular TPMS system, the Smart app version. And I think it's something, even if it's not this version, I think TPMS on your RV is something you really should think about having. Gives you a little bit of extra peace of mind. So I'm actually hoping that just having these tires being monitored so often, every few seconds, that I'm going to have a little bit more peace of mind riding down the road. I just got to find myself not looking at it every few seconds. It will alert me if there is an issue, but I do like to keep like I said, my eyes on the temperatures. If I see them rising a little bit, I'll probably will pull over and see what's going on.